A recent job posting from 343 gives us some hints into possible puzzles that could be brought into the Halo universe. So let's talk about it. So there is a post for a campaign level designer, and in the job description for this job, it talks about some of the different things obviously you'd be doing, one of which is building gameplay moments such as combat encounters, narrative events, and logic puzzles. And so this last piece, logic puzzles, actually could mean a lot of different things. So we've never really had puzzles in the Halo universe. The campaign has more or less been combat sequences, followed up by exploration, followed up by cutscenes, maybe some driving here and there, and some change of pace stuff, but there's never been like legit puzzles like there have been in other games or even other shooters. Recently, Doom Eternal kind of had puzzles, or if you think back to Titanfall 2, there's the time shift puzzle that everyone references as honestly one of the coolest level designs in that game. And so there are a lot of really cool things that you can do with puzzles in an FPS game to kind of change up the pace of gameplay a bit and kind of do something a little bit different other than just walking around or running around or driving and shooting people. This allows you to kind of maybe engage the player's mind a little bit, although you do kind of have to toe that fine line where if they get too difficult, then they can be kind of frustrating. One thing to note here too is, as far as I can tell from this job posting, this doesn't necessarily mean that Halo Infinite is going to have puzzles. Maybe this could also be another game in the Halo universe that is going to employ puzzles as part of the game design. I think more than likely though, it is likely that we're going to see these in Halo Infinite, as this campaign is going to be totally different than the campaigns we've seen before. Obviously, it's going to be like semi-open world, and I think it's probably going to have a bit more replayable gameplay than maybe some of the games have in the past, especially if Halo Infinite is supposed to be this 10-year project like I always mention. I think you could see a lot of really cool things with the puzzles, whether they are just used as change of pace stuff, or maybe we even see Destiny style raids in the end game of the campaign where, you know, you have these puzzles intertwined with combat sequences that are really fun and really engaging with players, and maybe even require you to do them co-op with other players. I think this could be really cool, and I think there's a lot of possibilities for puzzles in Halo. It's just going to kind of all come down to how they do it. My biggest worry here is that they're really boring and really repetitive, like we have seen in some games. The Last of Us, the original one, comes to mind, where the quote-unquote puzzles in that game were a lot of just moving ladders around and whatnot to kind of get through different sequences. And so I hope if they're going to bring puzzles into Halo and into Halo Infinite, that they're a bit more fresh, they're a bit more creative, and they don't do the same thing over and over throughout the campaign. I think Doom Eternal did them pretty well, combined with the platforming to kind of change up the gameplay from just, you know, shooting demons all the time, but still keeping the puzzles and platforming sections fresh enough that they never really got boring to me throughout my playthrough of Doom Eternal. These puzzles could also be used for really cool stuff like skulls or other collectibles, where you could actually put them behind logic puzzles instead of just hidden in different parts of the levels. And that's another cool way to do it. Kind of reminds me of God of War, where some of the collectibles and some of the unlockables were behind logic puzzles that the player had to figure out. Anyways guys, this is kind of just a short video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of possibly having puzzles in Halo Infinite or just another Halo game in the future. As always, if you want to catch me live, I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so follow me over there, and you can also follow me over on Twitter. With that said, I'll see you all next time.